Hello and good evening. Hope you're enjoying your night. I've got a little tale in the car in the dark for you. This one comes from Wisconsin. Taylor Schabusiness, a young woman in her early 20s. She was married with a child and her husband was in prison. Taylor got wind that her husband was playing around, that he had met someone through the mail, and Taylor got a lover herself, a young man her age named Shad Thyrion. And he actually had gone to high school with Taylor. The two of them were having a very passionate affair, but it also involved doing illicit substances. And one night, Taylor took her ankle monitor off. Oh yeah, she was on probation or parole, and she took her ankle monitor off, went out with Shad, and they smoked a lot of substances and went back to his house where he lived with his mother. They went down into the basement where Shad had his room, and they got rather kinky with chains and dog collars and such. And then he allowed Taylor to start strangling him. And in hindsight, Taylor said that, "Have you ever loved something so much that you killed it?" What she did was she strangled him until he started turning colors. Eventually, she realized he was no longer alive. Then she had her way with his deceased remains. And then she decided that that wasn't enough. She went up into the kitchen and got bread knives, took them back downstairs, and she took Shad apart, put his head in a bucket at the bottom of the stairs, and also his wiener. And then she took some pieces to the car. Other pieces she had stashed in bags and stuff around in the basement. She took off. The noise from her van woke up Shad's mom, and she decided to check on the youngsters. She went downstairs and found both her sons' heads in a bucket, and she called the police. And when they arrived, she said that Ms. Taylor Schabusiness had been over with her son. So they knew her quite well. So they went to her apartment, and she happened to wander outside as they were shining their lights in her van, and she was covered in blood. And she said, "Hey, what's up?" Is that crazy or what? Anyway, they told her what had happened to Shad and that his mom had found him, and she said, "Oh man, that's messed up." And then they found Shad's leg in a crock-pot box in the back seat of her van. So she was arrested, and she went to the courts. They did a competency evaluation. She is competent, and she has now pled not guilty. I'll keep you posted on what goes on. I have no idea how this woman thinks that she can plead not guilty. Let me know what you guys think. See you in the next video. Hello, and hello there. Hope you're enjoying your evening. Tonight I am going to tell you another tale in the car in the dark. This one is about a gal named Taylor Schabusiness, who hails from Wisconsin. And Taylor was married. Her husband was in prison. Don't know why. And while her man was in prison...
Let's start over. I've been moving around a shit ton.
Shad Thyrion, or Shad.
Shad. Okay, now back up and say about his wiener and change that around. Get out of the picture.
Masochists.
Do that wiener part again.
Okay, I won't say wiener. She put Shad's head and his male organ in the bucket.
Again.
She decapitated Shad's corpse and removed his male organ, put the head and the organ in a bucket that she left at the bottom of the stairs with a towel over it, and then she took off. You have a good night. See you in the next video.